to continue, I would believe first it's useful to learn how to upload and then download data in the uMap. For uploading the data, you can use this menu here, and there are some formats supported. I'm more comfortable with GeoJSON. Other formats that you are seeing here are also supported. You can easily import something. Let's create a new map. As was mentioned, it's suggested to create your own OpenStreetMap account and sign in so that you can save everything and manage it for later. So let's press on create a map and then import data. I import this GeoJSON data, and you should choose the format. Already it's selected, and import data. Very fast you will see, and the map will be zoomed in the extent of the data. Then downloading the data. Imagine that you did something on the map, you have made some changes, and now you want to save it from this. So in the right, you have a manage layers. In the manage layer, you will see all layers in your map. Here we only have one layer, obviously. From here you can make visible or invisible a layer and see the attribute table, zoom in, edit, delete, and if you have many layers, you can change the order. Press on the edit, and in the very bottom there is a option advanced actions. In the advanced actions, you do not see the download. This was my mistake, because this is very important to remember that every time when you make any change, you should press the save draft. So as soon as you save the draft, and usually it's needed, unfortunately, to refresh. Not always, but sometimes it's needed. So consider this as well. Then when you repeat going to this path, advanced option, you will see this download here. Here you see in my computer it's downloaded GeoJSON, and the nice thing is that the changes that you have made, what you already learned so far, when you change the color and icon and so far, it also will be saved in this GeoJSON. So next time that you open this, it will be, you can continue from where you left. So this was about upload and download. One thing to remind you is that to be careful not to change the location of items mistakenly, because unfortunately it's very easy to relocate some point or feature by mistake, and so this is not nice, because I would say the location is the most important thing in geoinformation field. That's it about upload and download. Now let's start the topic of creating a story map. I would like to start with a sample to see how it will look like afterward when you are done with story map. Here is a story map, very simple one. I draw these features manually using this draw menu, 2 polygons and 2 point features. And you press on the slideshow and it will show. If it's not working, again refresh. So you see for Anton, we have the embedded image. Then after some seconds, I guess 4 or 5 seconds, it goes to Extrabalot. The link is there, the photo is embedded there. After 5 seconds, it goes to Yad Hochschule Mensa. The link for Studentenwerk is there. The photo is embedded. Here, I would suggest that you pause the slideshow. Anytime you can pause and again replay it from where you left. And then you can read you can have your time and read every description of that specific feature and even play the embedded videos like here.
Wir sind Lisa Travels und in diesem Video nehmen wir dich mit nach Oldenburg.
Usually it has the option
hier
even
aus
to full screen
Oldenburg.
it.
Wir zeigen euch heute mal, was man hier in Oldenburg.
And again you can replay it. So this was only a very small example of how it will look like. Let's start learning how we should do that. Okay, I will go here, My Maps, uMap Story Start. So here is another layer which I imported. One difference between the case in which you import a layer or draw a layer is that here the layer is drawn, and when you go to the manage layers and edit, you will see there is already a description field already created by uMap in which you can add the content which you want to be shown in the story map, like the link to the photo, to the embedded video, or to text. And there is a short help that already is shown to you. But unfortunately, in this very small instruction, embedding the video is not explained, but I will explain it to you. It's very easy. The only difference is that when you import a layer instead of drawing it, which is this case, when you go to manage layer and edit, maybe you will not find a description. Or let's go here. When you also can right click on each item. You should be in the edit mode, not in view mode. In view mode, you cannot do that. You should be in the edit mode. When you right click, you have some options like delete, duplicate, edit the layer, or edit the feature itself. Click on the edit feature itself. You can edit many different things. Some of them are explained already to you. The most important parts are these two fields. As you see, there is no description here for this feature. The reason is that because I imported this data, and in my attribute table there was no field called description. Therefore, you should create it manually before uploading the data or afterward, or call it anything you want. I called it pop-up, so there is no difference. It's in fact a description field. One other thing that you may need is that something that I called index. If you care about the sequence of your features being shown, if you care first it starts from Extrapolate, then goes to Yad Hochschule, then GIS-Karten, then you should have an index, and I will tell you how to set the slideshow based on this index. And why it starts from 1000? Because unfortunately in this uMap, everything is sorted based on lexicographically sorted. I mean, for example, the 20 or 21 will comes before 3. Therefore, if the number of data, for example, less than 100, you can start from 100, but here I selected 1000. This is the reason. So this was about index, the pop-up. In the pop-up, as is explained, you can add some text and some photo, as you see, and then I guess here, if we click, you will see already what will pop up for each of these items. But for the case that you need to insert or embed a video, we will do that together. Right click, edit, and then in a pop-up you see there is nothing shown here. But why when I click on Haaren the table will show on? Because in interaction option before I set this to table. So when I click on it, the pop-up shows the attribute table of that specific item. So this is just an option that you can use or not. But here, because the pop-up is empty, you don't see anything. We want to add embed a video. In fact, it follows a HTML format. You can easily use it. I guess most of you are familiar with this. You see, as soon as I added this iframe syntax, in the pop-up option, you see the video. And I used a very simple syntax of iframe, only the link, the URL, and the width, height, and if there is a frame border, which is now here 0, allow full screen, and I close the iframe. That's it. But because this link is not related to this, I will delete it again. Or let's save it to see what will happen. Then if I click on this, we will have the name and the embedded video. What is the next step? Again, don't forget to save everything, otherwise you will lose what you have done. Every time you change something, you should press the save. For starting the slideshow, you need to go to Map Advanced Properties. Then in the slideshow, you should activate it. I activated it before, but in your case, it should be off. Turn it on, then select how much time you need between each transition. I selected 6. We can increase it to 7 or decrease to 5 seconds, and save. Don't forget to save. And how we can use that index? It should be in the default interaction option. Or let me find it. I guess it's here, but let me give me time to find it. Before that, I should explain something else to you. And when you leave this box here, pop-up content template empty, it does what pop-up does. But if you need something else, for example, in my case, I didn't have description. So I added the name and the pop-up. Pop-up is the name of my field. So do not make mistake this with the pop-up. It's the name of the field that in that field I embedded the links to photos and text and so on. Then I press save, and then you see the format of pop-up in my story map will be the name and what I inserted in the pop-up. So when you are done, you press the refresh, because otherwise it will not work. Then you press the slideshow. Yes, so it works. The only thing I missed and I couldn't find it was the index. But even if I cannot find it now, you can find it later. It's very easy. It's somewhere here. That you introduce the index field to show to let the uMap know what is your preferred sequence. I guess it should be either here or it should be still, I would say it's something here. If yes, sort key. You should set the sort key to the field. My field was index, so I put index and press save. Then it shows the items based on my order. So I guess so far we are done with StoryMap, and also you know how to integrate table and link as well. If it's not clearly explained, let me just explain something else to you. In interaction option, you can set a link as well. If you set a link, and you can set it as to be open in a new window or in the same window, and turn it on and define it here and put a link there. Then when you click on each of these items, one page will be open, and if you do so, unfortunately in the story map you will be go to that new window or tab, and you will be stuck there. It will not automatically goes back to show you other items. This is just something that I experienced and I wanted to share with you. The last thing, but I would say the most nice thing, is how to share things. When you have your map saved and your story map saved, you are ready to share your result with others, which is easy. In the left you can find it, and there are nice possibilities here. First is the link with which you can share your story map with other. I can even try to share it with you. I don't know if it's easy. I will do that, because normally when I share something, the WebEx disappears on my computer. I hope you can see this and test it. Now I shared my story map with you. Also, I can customize the link. This is also a possibility. And the last part, which is not last part, one before the last part, and which is nice, is that how you can connect this story map, which also I would say we can call it just a slideshow, because in comparison to Esri product, maybe it's limited. In Esri product, the story map, you can let audiences to have their time and select which data they want to see and play around with it. But in uMap, what we have is a slideshow. Simply is a slideshow. How to integrate it in another HTML web pages is written here for you, ready to use. An iframe, and if you are comfortable with HTML, you can work on it and personalize it. Also, in addition, there is embed and link options for you to work on it. If, for example, the width, height, what you want to be shown in that iframe embedded in your maybe GeoStory somewhere else. In fact, it can be a extension of your GeoStory somewhere else, that this uMap slideshow can be used from my point of view. And the last part is the full backup. The option, very nice option, that here you can back up. Here you see everything with the extension of in the format of uMap is now downloaded to my computer. That was all from my side. I hope you benefited. It was clear enough for you, and I hope it was useful for you.